The Collective is my private community for podcast girlies of color. If you want to learn how you can turn your passion for podcasting into an actual payday by landing brand deals, booking sponsored interviews, or becoming a guest on other people's podcasts, this is the perfect community for you. As a member of the Collective, you get access to monthly coaching, virtual trainings, podcast audits, invitations to in person events, as well as opportunities for virtual speaking. If you want to learn more, log on to grownwomantv.com. I'll see you there. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our fabulous finale. This is day 3, our final day of Grown Woman TV's Women's Biz Week. I am Coriel, the founder and creator of Grown Woman TV. If you missed day 1 and day 2, welcome to day 3. The replays for the first 2 days are definitely still available on our YouTube channel, so make sure you stream those replays so that you can celebrate, shop with, and support these phenomenal women who we believe are making history. As you know, March is Women's History Month, and this is the perfect way, or at least we felt like this would be the perfect way to celebrate not just women who have done some amazing things in our history, but women who are currently making history. So I don't know whether you know the statistics on Black women entrepreneurs or not, but more than 70% of Black women entrepreneurs say that they don't come from entrepreneurial families. And so that means that we are literally getting it out of the mud. Most of us are the first to do it first. We don't have family members who we can turn to for support or advice or funding. And so it's so important that we practice group economics, that we spend our money with our people in our communities, and we support with more than just a social media follow. So thank y'all for being here. Definitely make sure you do follow all of the amazing ladies that you will be seeing tonight, as well as watching those replays so that you can follow and support and shop with some of the other amazing ladies that we've had throughout the week. If you are an entrepreneur yourself and you did not have an opportunity to be featured for Women's Biz Week, do not worry, because we have more than a dozen podcasts that could be the perfect space for you to promote and advertise your business. If you are interested in advertising with Grown Woman TV, log on to grownwomantv.com. Now, if you happen to be a podcaster or an aspiring podcaster, while you are at grownwomantv.com, make sure you apply to join the Collective. The Collective is our private community for podcast girlies of color. One of the things that is super important for us is that we teach you all of the mistakes that we've personally made so that you don't have to struggle and stress in the same way that we did. So by joining the Collective, you have access to monthly coaching, mentorship, unlimited opportunities for Q&A, podcast audits, all types of opportunities for training development so that you can start or grow a popular and profitable podcast. To learn more, you can log on to grownwomantv.com. Now, tonight you are going to have the opportunity to be introduced to 4 amazing ladies. Make sure that y'all are following these ladies, sharing their pages, shopping with them, and supporting them as well. Now, our first featured entrepreneur, she ain't new to this. She's true to this. She was featured on day 1, and Nakia Smith is back for day 2, representing She Is Forged in Fire. Welcome back to Women's Biz Week, Nakia.
Hi, thank you for having me back. And I think I'm better prepared this time. Let's see. Here we go. All right. All right. Hey, y'all. Hey, my name is Nakia Smith. And like Coriel said, this is my second time. I am definitely not entrepreneur. Don't come from an entrepreneurial family. I have no training in entrepreneurship. I'm an anesthesiologist, so I'm all things healthcare, zero things tech, marketing, and putting myself out there. So this is all new to me, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my life, a little bit about the problem that I see a lot of us women having. Okay, so my life has been somewhat of a roller coaster, and I'm going to share with you my journey. So this is me, young, happy, fabulous, confident, sassy. I was always a very carefree kid, but I did strive for perfection. I loved getting good grades. I loved having good attendance. I loved being on time. I just really was already in that perfectionist mindset from a very, very young age. And I went through most of my young life being a good student, a good athlete, and pretty much the good girl that you could think of, that everybody has experience with. Either you were the good girl or you knew someone that was the good girl. All of that got me through undergrad and into medical school. And I got into medical school, and that was the first time I really, really struggled. And that really challenged my resilience and perseverance. It was rough, but I persisted. And I only got into one medical school, which was Howard. And I had such a great experience being at a HUCM and being amongst a group of like-minded women. And that was just a really good time for me. After I graduated medical school, I went on to residency training where I worked really long and hard hours, but I was dedicated and pushed through. I finished, I became a doctor, I got my job. I met my fiance, who became my husband, in October of 2020. And for me, that completed my cycle of shoulds. I went to school. I persisted on through an advanced degree. I became a doctor. I got married. I knew at the point that I got married that I did not want to have children. And so that was kind of like the end of my little circle of life. So I was like, okay, I'm married and I'm going to have my dream job. So shortly after getting married, I moved from Baltimore, Maryland to Las Vegas for my dream job, which completely was a lie. I don't know if any of you guys have been lied to about the job, but I'm sure that it's becoming more common these days as people are short-staffed and they want to get you in the door, and they hope that once you get in there, you won't leave, but they know they're setting you up. So I moved across the country for my dream job that really became a nightmare. I was at that job for 1 year, and during that time, it was my most miserable year. I was feeling so many feelings, and I did not know what to do with them. I felt isolated and alone. I felt like I had no choice, and I don't know why this was happening to me. It made me become very overwhelmed. I was very exhausted. I woke up every morning with anxiety and dread about going to work. And so on that journey, that was my lowest point. I was burnt out. I was at a breaking point, and I was asking, why me? I did everything I should do. How could my life end up like this? And I immediately felt so much guilt and shame for feeling that, because I actually have a really good life. So for me to be complaining about my life made me feel even worse. So at that point, I realized, okay, Nakia, you've gotten this far in life. You have control. You have to regain the control of your life, regain the control of your decisions, make the changes you need to make to that ensure that you live the happy life that you deserve. So I decided at that moment, I'm going to create the life that I want and the life that I deserve. So that was the point. Black women are tired. We are tired, honey. We work hard. We are doing a lot, and it is exhausting us. I was tired of wearing a mask at work, presenting a muted down version of myself because I did not want to be called aggressive or angry or sarcastic or sassy. I was tired of neglecting myself. And I don't know if you've ever felt that way, where you knew you should do something for yourself, but you chose to put your family, your work, your kids, whoever it is, your spouse, above you and before you. And it's hard because we are raised that way. We witnessed our moms do that, our women figures in our lives do that, so we think we should do it, but you neglect yourself. We are tired of being overwhelmed and exhausted. I think on a day-to-day basis, at least 5 of my friends tell me how overwhelmed or exhausted or tired they are. And we are tired of hustling. Hustle culture is not for us, honey. We need to be entering our soft life. So rebounding from my burnout is when I created my company, Forged in Fire. Our motto is She is Fire Forged, because we are strong and resilient women, and we are not burned by the fire, we are forged by it. We will arise from the fire stronger than before, but living our truth and living the life that we want and deserve, and not the life that society places upon us. We have always been taught to do more and to be more, just to be seen as equals. And that has led us right here to exhaustion, overwhelm, burnout, and fatigue. Black women are amongst the most educated demographic, and we are often the most isolated at work. We don't have peers or mentors that can share the journey that we're on. We are steadily climbing in burnout rates, and it's taking a toll on our overall wellness, longevity, and happiness. And I'm tired of seeing it. I'm a doctor. I see it every day. Women are coming in more and more with high blood pressure, heart disease, strokes. We have got to do better. At Forged in Fire, we believe in the power of community and connection. We believe that tribe is essential to thrive. And we believe that self-care and setting boundaries should be done and should not result in guilt or shame. Okay, so if you should not feel guilty for relaxing, you don't have to be productive to be worthy. You do not have to earn your rest. So overall, the problem from me and all my friends is that we are burnt out, we are tired, we are exhausted, we are overwhelmed, and we feel like we're the only ones who are feeling these feelings. We feel that because we look around and see everybody else just moving along, that they're okay and content, when literally we are all feeling the same stuff and just afraid to say it. So to help us recover from this, I started curating retreats where we would come together, connect, share stories, rest, and just have an overall safe haven for you to show your authentic self, for you to let your mask down. My next retreat will be May 10th through the 12th in Savannah, Georgia at the luxurious Drayton Hotel. This is a retreat that is curated just for you to leave feeling rested and rejuvenated, for you to feel empowered to say no and to rest without guilt and shame, for you to leave knowing you have the support of like-minded women who are just as exhausted and overwhelmed as you are, and for you to know that you are not alone on this journey. I will say this, one thing to say no, but when you know that you have a whole bunch of women backing you and validating your feelings, it makes you feel more confident and more courageous as you make these decisions to prioritize yourself, to rest, and to treat your health and wellness like the priority that it should be. So like I mentioned, this retreat will be in Savannah, Georgia, May 10th through the 12th. I'm going to be Nakia, your host and the creator of the retreat. I have the amazing Dr. Shantae Holly coming in to give a keynote. And if you don't follow her on social, I suggest you do. She has amazing insights to authenticity, vulnerability, tribe, struggling in isolation, overcoming trauma, and all the things that we as Black women deal with on a day-to-day basis. She is very inspiring and thoughtful, and I cannot wait to hear her keynote. I also will be closing out the retreat with a soul brunch on Sunday morning and have a lovely jazz musician named Zenobia, who is a local artist to Savannah, to come and set the vibes for us on Sunday's brunch. So this is some testimonials from previous retreats.
This is something that I didn't even know that I needed at the time. So if this is something that you think might benefit you, then take the leap and make a change and come join us.
It was just an amazing experience. Here is something I'm glad on the effect. And I'm just so happy that I decided to go, even though I've been sick. So thank you again, Dr. Lucia, for inviting me. And I can't wait for the
I am so glad I was able to participate in this wellness retreat for my own well-being and mental health, as well as meeting these incredible, powerful women that I will share lifelong experiences with.
I highly encourage that if you have the time and availability to attend one of these She is Fire Forged events, to go. It teaches you how to pamper yourself. And I think that's what we're all missing in life, is a little bit of self-care. It helps you be a better person.
All right. So with all that being said, I would love to connect with you. It could be in real life at the retreat in May. If you scan this barcode, you can book directly from the website, or you can sign up to receive additional information about me, the mission of Forged in Fire, and why you need to be at the tribe retreat. Also, I'm loving to do coffee chats with people and connect. So if you want to scan the barcode, we can do a coffee chat and connect over Zoom. I answer all my socials. So if you want to slide into my DMs on social, that's greatly appreciated. I love connecting through social. So all of that to say, connect with me any way that you feel comfortable. I love to hear from people, and I look forward to hearing back from you. And if you book from this, use the code TRIBE Thursday for 10% off the retreat. All right. I look forward to it.
Thank you again, Nakia. We appreciate you. And I was just looking today at the replay from day one, and I saw some testimonials, some people who had attended your retreats and were commenting to tell people this is where you need to be. So make sure you follow on Instagram at She Is Fire Forged. Log on to sheisfireforged.com. And Nakia and I will be live on Instagram this Monday so that you can learn even more about her fabulous retreats. Thank you so much, Nakia, and I'll see you on Monday.
Thank you.
Bomb.com. Listen, I said this once. I'm going to be repeating this all year long because it is literally my 2024 mantra. Rest is not a reward. Okay. You don't have to work to earn your rest. You need to rest so that you can work. It doesn't work the other way around. So valuable. Nakia, thank you again. All right. We have another phenomenal entrepreneur coming to Women's Biz Week. We have Adrienne representing Harvest Apparel. Welcome to Women's Biz Week.
Hi. I hope everyone can hear me. Again, my name is Awesome Adrienne. I am representing Harvest Apparel. I have a few shirts behind me, and I will go in detail about each one of the shirts. Where do I start? Harvest Apparel is more than just a clothing line. It is also a ministry. Our motto is Galatians 6:9. If you do not get weary in well doing, you will reap a harvest. I am a survivor of many things, sexual abuse, domestic abuse, just life, trials, tribulations, and everything. And God gave me each shirt's vision when I was really in a rough spot. And I believe that He gave me these visions to allow me to keep going, to encourage His sons and daughters to keep going, even when we experience storms. So this is our main shirt, Harvest Apparel. And that is just the reminder of our motto, Galatians 6:9. If you do not get weary in well doing, you will reap a harvest. And I'm here to remind you that your harvest might look different than someone else's harvest. Many times we have the spirit of comparison with social media, but if we really just sit back and think that our harvest might look different than someone else's harvest. My harvest right now is peace. And I'm so grateful for the peace that God has given me, even with the storms that I have experienced recently. I'm grateful for His peace. So your harvest might not look like someone else's harvest, but just a reminder that we will reap a harvest. The next shirt is the shirt that I have on. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. It's No Genie, Just God. And a lot of times I get the question because I have a very friendly, bubbly, energetic personality. I get the question a lot, like, how do you keep going? How do you keep smiling? How do you keep pouring into people? How do you think about others and not think about yourself? You know, where does the spirit come from? And it's nobody but God. It is nobody but God. And a lot of times people feel like, I'm wishing. And I'm like, no. There's no wish that can help me get through the things that I've gotten through. There's nobody but God. So He gave me the vision of no genie, just God, to just be a testimony to people that there's nobody, nothing on earth that can get you through and get you to but God. The next one is Ready, Set, Conquer. This is my life's motto. He gave this to me when I was in college, and baby, I'm a seasoned saint. Okay. So I got this vision when I was in college in 2010, and I was really in a rough spot during college. And when he said ready, set, conquer, I'm like, how? Where? I'm tired, Lord. And I feel like he gave that to me to continue to push forward. And so I use that to do anything in life. Really, what I break it down to is ready is research, set is plan, conquer is execute. So research, plan, execute. I'm an educator. I'm no longer in a classroom. I'm an executive assistant as well. So I tell the students all the time, you want things, and even as grown adults, we want things, but we have no idea. We have no plan on how to get them. So the first step is to research whatever it is that you want to do. Is it if it's something that's a career, if it's an entrepreneur, if it's a house, if it's a certain type of car, research it. How much is it going to cost to get this car? Where can I get this car from? Or where can I get this house from? How much is it going to house? How much is it going to cost? Set, plan it out. What does that look like? I love traveling. Okay, so if you're a traveler like me, I love traveling, and a lot of my friends and family look at me like, "How are you traveling? On what budget? How?" And I'm like, research, plan, execute. I research where I want to go, what looks feasible for the time that I want to go. I plan it. Okay, I might not go to Chick-fil-A today. I might not can go to Starbucks today. I need to start putting back in money in this savings where I won't touch this account because I don't have a debit card for it. And then I execute. Now I have pictures in Costa Rica, or now I have pictures in Trinidad. But it's for anything in your life. Whatever you're trying to do, research, plan, execute. Even with your healing, research, plan, execute. Lord, I know I need to get closer to you. And I'm not trying to preach on here, but that's just what God called me to do, is to spread the word. So, Lord, I know I'm falling off. I want to get closer to you. I want to have like-minded people around me. Research. Where are those like-minded people? Is it a church? Is it an organization? Is it an Instagram group? Is it a mentor? Research, plan. Okay, I have this amount of time in my week to plan this out. I have this amount of time in my week, or this day in my week. What's going on that day? Is Bible study on that day? Then execute. A lot of us fall short when it comes to the execution. We have all the planners in the world. They're cute. They're beautiful. Testimony. We have all the planners in the world. We write them down. But when it comes to the execution, we fall short. And then we have to recycle our goals. So in 2024 is the year of self, but we're no longer recycling goals. I made it my point to release Harvest Apparel this year. God gave me the name, the vision of No Genie, Just God in 2020. Ready, Set, Conquer in 2010. Do you see how I was just recycling? And so this year I said, there's no excuse. So I released this based off obedience. There's no reason why. There's too many things out here for me not to execute. And it's on me. The next one is you are. Okay. Sorry. The next one is you are, right? This is on the back of the shirt because I believe in encouraging the person next to you. I believe in encouraging the person behind you. So it says you are loved, you are needed, you are beautiful. You never know who's standing behind you in whatever line, and they might need to see that. They might need to read that. I'm loved. You're important. I'm not sure what trial you going through right now, but you're important. You're needed. If no one told you, you're loved. God loves us. I call him my daddy. I'm selfish, okay? My daddy loves you. I love you. So that's why I decided to do a shirt that had writing on the back so we can silently encourage and maybe even have a conversation starter for those who are hurting in silence. And no one has ever stopped to tell them on that day that they're loved, that they are important. So again, my name is Adrienne Bowles. I am grateful to even have this opportunity to be on this platform, to even encourage you to invest in Harvest of Prayer. Again, it's a ministry. If you ever been through anything, if you feel like you need an encouragement every day, we have planners, we have candles, we have stickers, whatever you need, that encouragement, we have it. So I hope that you guys were blessed. Again, I'm so grateful to be on this platform. Thank you again.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for being here representing Harvest Apparel and for all that you are doing through your ministry to reach the ladies. Well, not ladies. I'm sorry. I'm used to doing all for the ladies, but
Right.
it seems like it's unisex over there. Okay, it's unisex over there at Harvest Apparel. You can shop for the whole family. Make sure you check her out on Etsy, etsy.com/shop/Harvest Apparel store. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. We are going to, let me do this and then do this. All right. We are about to take a quick commercial break. And we'll be right back with our next entrepreneur. Women are the most unprotected and disrespected people on this planet. So it's time to show the world that it originated from the Black girls. Black woman-owned businesses are growing 6 times faster than the national average. Yet, Black women only earn 64 cents for every dollar a white woman is paid. And we already know that Black women continue to die at the hands of doctors daily. So we have so much work that still needs to be done.
The most disrespected person in America is the Black woman.
Introducing Grown Woman TV.
This is Grown Woman TV.
This is Grown Woman TV.
You're tuned in to Grown Woman TV.
You're watching Grown Woman TV.
This is Grown Woman TV.
This is Grown Woman TV.
You're watching Grown Woman TV.
This is Grown Woman TV. This is Grown Woman. This is Grown Woman TV. This is Grown Woman TV.
So what exactly is Grown Woman TV?
Ooh, so Grown Woman TV. Grown Woman TV is a culmination of the businesses, the brands, and the empowerment projects that I have been developing for the last decade. So I started in the women empowerment space with the Single Wives Club, really wanting to create a resource for single women who wanted to prepare to become wives. And that transitioned into entrepreneurship resources. That brought me back to relationship resources. And then I realized that whether you are single, whether you are married, whether you are a mom, a pre-mom, regardless of who you are, women need help. And so our goal with the Birth Exchange podcast, and I Wish a Mother Would, is to create solutions to all of these terrible statistics.
I'm midwife Christine, and this is the Birth Exchange podcast.
And then as we get closer to birth, when we're looking at a mom who may be about to go post-dates, we can assess, is the uterine health still viable to support the pregnancy, to continue to endure? And then we can make certain choices about needing to induce if we need to. After babies come, ultrasound is still important because sometimes you can have what's known as retained products, where the placenta didn't fully come out and mom is continuing to bleed. So even after the fact, ultrasound is needed to assess that and help doulas and midwives decide what we need to do next to facilitate completion of birth.
Welcome to the I Wish a Mother Would podcast, where we're discussing all things creativity and motherhood. And I wish a mother would try to stop me.
Whatever the opposite of a helicopter parent is, like I want you to fail. I don't want to prevent my kids from experiencing life on both sides. I want them to experience the duality of it. So in some ways, I am a little hands off.
So that excuse me, in the 2000s, they came up with some new parenting styles. There's like 9 of them.
Okay.
And that's part of one of the new parenting styles that go with millennial age groups. And I think that's called a free range parent.
Yeah, I it sounds like chickens, but yeah, that gives me. I don't know why they give me chickens, but yeah, I think that would be more along my range. And I'll give you a perfect example. I was talking to my son last night, and we were talking about his grades, and I was just saying, I need you to go to the teacher and ask the teacher, what are you missing, so that you can do whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, right? And I told him, I let him know, I said, I know I can go to your teacher and call your teacher and ask them for the work. But if I do it, it doesn't teach you how to talk to authority figures, how to advocate for yourself. You know what I mean?
So they can be self-sufficient.
So that you can be self-sufficient. Because when you get in high school or when you get in college, I can't come up to every class and be like, why is this grade wrong? Or why didn't you mark me present for this day? Or whatever comes up that you need to go and advocate for yourself.
And then when you're at work, you can't do that for him either.
Same thing.
When he starts working a job,
you got to be able to advocate for yourself.
up here to take care of that.
Exactly. Or my wife.
Ooh.
Hello, beautiful people. I hope all is well. My name is Allison, certified dating and relationship coach, and you are tuned into the Single Season podcast. On this podcast, we talk all things dating and relationships.
We were just kind of flowing.
No flow. Nanette, there's no flowing. Not at this age, right? We flowing when we're 17, 18, 22. No flowing. So what I would recommend in terms of those red flags is meeting family. Because friends they're their person's friends. They're not your friends, right? They don't owe you anything. So meeting family, even though they're family, but many times, especially if you're talking about women, older women, of course there are going to be instances where moms will lie for their sons. A lot of times you'll get the energy. They might not even say anything to you and say, hey, look here, my son ain't shit, don't date him. No, but it's going to be having an attitude, being dismissive. You're like, wow, I was warm. I came with a gift for your mom. I was respectful. Like, why is she treating me like that? That's going to be some insight. So meeting the family, especially the elders, the female elders, will help. Meeting them consistently. So it's not going to be, we've been dating for 11 months. I met them 7 months ago. I've never seen them again. No, it needs to be the fish fry. It needs to be somebody's funeral. It needs to be somebody's baby shower. Like, there should be consistent meetups, because eventually someone, even sister, right, who's going to be close in age, is going to be like, damn, Lynette's such a nice lady. I just can't let her rock like this. You need to tell her, bro, before I do. So it's going to be meeting the family. It's going to be meeting them on a consistent basis in public spaces, so it can help for you to dissect what really is going on here, in the hopes that somebody has some kind of guilt or something that they can throw you, so that you're picking up that something isn't right here. So I would definitely invest in demanding kindly and with respect, meeting those family members and multiple times throughout the relationship, because that will give you a little bit more security.
I'm TK, and this is Wifed Up Now What?
You don't know this yet, but this is going to be your favorite destination if you are a millennial wife or a woman who is looking to get wifed up. Then you're in for a treat, because we are about to give you the tips, the tricks, the tools that we wish we would have had before we walked down that aisle and said, I do.
When it comes to intimacy for women, and maybe I'll just speak for myself, it is an entire emotional, mental thing for me. It's not even necessarily my body. And so there's things that I feel like can help us to keep it spicy. And that's one thing is keeping her ready, right? We're talking about her. Y'all know what her is?
We know who she is.
Keeping her ready. What does that look like? So again, I said that this is an emotional game for us. This is a mental game for us. You know your man gonna want some at the end of the night.
Don't they? Every night.
You know it.
Every night.
I don't know why we act surprised when they tap us on our booty.
Y'all be acting surprised like, again? Sir.
Ma'am, if you want to be married for the rest of your life, go ahead and get ready to perk it up.
We are back with our very next vendor. Another phenomenal woman is coming to Women's Biz Week. We have Drika Carter coming to the stage. Welcome, Drika.
Hey, how are you? Let's see. Can I present my page? Let me share my screen. So, y'all, while I'm getting this together, I am Drika M. Carter. I'm a serial entrepreneur, mom, wife, and serial CEO. I am the owner of Carter and Associates, Carter Capital, and of course, my personal brand, Drika M. Carter, where I assist entrepreneurs with personal and business development, right? And so we make sure that we help you on a spiritual level, on a profitability level, as well as developing healthy habits to become wealthy. Today, I want to talk to you about my annual Wealth Development Summit, which is going to be in Toronto, Canada this year. We have been doing the summit for 4 years now, and we have taken it international for 2 years. Last year, we took it to Tulum, Mexico, which was a great deal. Which is all inclusive. I am an award-winning tax mentor, coach, author, everything, all of these different titles that I hold, right? But curating this event was like, let me tell y'all a quick backstory on why I even curated this event. I curated this event because I lost a pitch competition. And with the pitch competition, they were asking, what was I going to use the money for? They didn't really understand what the vision was, but I still did it. I still did it that same year. The event initially started out as a free event, no sponsors. Everybody, my goal was to only help entrepreneurs, tax professionals, credit agents, financial industry professionals get the help that they needed. So I brought in the banks. I brought in people who could help them with funding. I brought in people who could help them getting their credit right. I brought in the advertisement agencies, right? They got them the billboards and the radio ads and the TV commercials. I brought in digital press helper, right? She came in, Ms. Brooks, she came in and she was all about digital content. This was before the digital content wave because we was doing this since 2020. So again, our Wealth Development Summit will be held in Toronto, Canada this year. Attendees can expect to see a series of interactive workshops. And when I say interactive, some of the interactive things that we have done have been one, create a business on the spot, right? So everybody, you know how it goes. Everybody grab a team or your people at your table. That is your team. That's your business partners. Y'all got to come up with a CEO. Y'all got to come up with a vision, a mission, a culture. And then you have to present it to us as if we are sharks, right? And everybody, at the end of the day, somebody won a business grant. We also had breakout sessions with some of my coaches, some of my friends that are super serial entrepreneurs that can help you grow your business exponentially. One of the things that I pride myself on with my panelists is making sure that I check financials, I check stats. It's not just about Instagram follows, it's about what type of impact are you leaving. So I pride myself on having those breakout sessions and making sure that they're valuable to you guys that are in attendance. If you are interested in attending, you can go to our website, cartercapitalpllc.com, and click on the events page. But I just want to go through and show you guys what this experience is like, okay? We have valuable, actionable steps for you to create wealth and growth in your business, right? We also want to let you know that we have those breakout sessions designed for you to think about your business or think about things that you may be lacking in your business so that you can know how to ask the right questions once our panelists do hit the stage. We also make sure that our panelists are knowledgeable. The skills that they teach are something that can be passed down generationally. And then we also make sure that we keep those connections tight, right? Not just through email marketing, but we have group messages. We have people that have become business partners from our summits. We have people, we have people that have become 6-figure earners, 7-figure earners just from meeting at our summits, right? So these are our previous summits. Again, this was the first year when I lost that pitch competition. This when it grew and we took it on the road. I had the dream team with me. And then of course we took it to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, which was phenomenal. And then we also went to Tulum, Mexico, as I stated. We do have a bunch of reviews. So if y'all want to check those reviews out, about me as a mentor, about the summit as a whole, we have those reviews as well. You could check those out on our website. Who will be speaking this year? Of course, my handsome husband, Bruce Carter. He is a wealth and wellness coach. So he basically helps you get fit, and he also helps you with your finances. So you cannot ask for a better leader in a man, right? That can help you get fine and help you get financed, okay? And then we have Miss Karita Cloud. She is a systems guru. We also have my coach, Justin Richardson, which is a short-term rental expert. If you don't know what short-term rentals are, it's like Airbnbs or vacation rental homes. He helps you get into that industry. He helped us get into that industry and earn 6 figures within our first year. So again, make sure you're in the room because you want to earn 6 figures or more, right? You want to connect with these people. You want to get these actual partnerships in business. You need to be in the room. We have Bree Chester, which is Carter Capital's visionary architect. So all of our marketing and branding materials that you see are created by Bree. And then we have Miss Jenny Graham, which is a brand style curator. So she creates styling and business branding events to help you present yourself the best way possible. We also have a real estate developer. So what better way to start your real estate or property management career than to have a real estate developer that could develop you a complex or a subdivision that you could have all short-term rentals on and have all of this recurring income coming in, right? Does that sound like an event that you want to be in? If so, make sure you go to our website, cartercapitalpllc.com, click on the events page, and take advantage of the opportunity that we're offering you. Payment plans are accepted. And I also want to let y'all know I do have a huge announcement. I am going back on tour, starting with Huntsville, Alabama. I'll be there April 13th and 14th. And then we're continuing the tour as well. You can find out more about the tour or any of my events on our page, Carter Capital PLLC. I see that we're going to Austin, Texas, May 4th, Orlando, Florida, June 8th, Cincinnati, Ohio, June 29th, Atlanta, Georgia. I'll be at Podcast Fest, and then I have a special event as well for my tour, and then I'm going to Washington, D.C., July 14th. More cities may be added, but I have committed to a 6-city tour, and I definitely want to invite anybody that is listening to connect with me and then travel with me. Travel and learn, right? We want to enjoy the fruits of our labor. It's not just about learning. So most of the time at our summits or events, we have nightlife, there's excursions. We're not just working, it's not just grind culture. So we're trying to teach you guys how to live a legacy, not just leave a legacy. So shout out to y'all for tuning in. Women's Business Week. Thank you again, Coriel. Connect with us on all social platforms. For myself, I am Drika M. Carter on all platforms. And then you can follow my business page, Carter Capital PLLC, on all platforms. And then you can, of course, download our mobile app, which is Carter Capital PLLC as well on Android or Apple. So thank y'all for y'all time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate you joining us for Women's Biz Week.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good one.
You as well. Make sure you all follow on Instagram at Carter Capital PLLC. And you can log on. Her website is scrolling right there at the bottom of your screen if you would like to learn more. Listen, it doesn't matter where you are. It seems like she is going global. Okay, so make sure y'all check her out. She looks like she's coming to a city near you. All right, we have another entrepreneur that's going to be joining us in about 60 seconds. So while we wait, I'm bringing y'all another commercial break.
You're watching the Dear Auntie Podcast.
You're tuned in to the Dear Auntie Podcast. We are your favorite aunties. I'm Co.
And I'm Carm.
And we are here to give you some real life advice based on some real-ish that we done been through, but we are not experts.
Not at all.
We are not therapists. And we like to give that disclaimer just so y'all
Up
know what you're doing here.
I have a trivia game for you.
Every
I know
time
how you
I
like
look at
them.
these, I was looking like, what is this?
I know that you love these games. All right. So first up, I want to know how much of an auntie you actually are in order to keep your auntie card. Okay.
Y'all mad? Y'all mad you're not gonna get to see if I kept my auntie card? Well, if you're upset, it's okay. You can log on to watchgrownwomantv.com and check out over 20 episodes of the Dear Auntie podcast. So get in where you fit in. Y'all saw a little sneak peek of just some of the shows that we have on the network. If you are a podcast host and you feel like you have a podcast, that would be a good fit that is designed to celebrate, encourage, and support Black women. Make sure you log on to grownwomantv.com/host to submit your show idea. Without further ado, we are going to bring up our very last entrepreneur here for Women's Biz Week. My girl, Cassandra Cummings with Stocks and Stilettos is in the building. Welcome to Women's Biz Week.
Hey, got my intro music today. Yes. Here we go. I'm doing rich. Hey, come on. Rich activities. Hey, let's get it. We going out with a bang. The last entrepreneur. Yes. Hey. All right. I am Cassandra Cummings, founder of the Stocks and Stiletto Society and also author of Fearless Finances. And my community, the Stocks and Stiletto Society, we have over 100,000 Black women in our group. And it's because we are really working hard to close this investment gap with Black women. Now, we are the most educated population, but we pale in comparison to being rich. And so we learn how to do more rich activities like Sawiti, and we have to learn how to get into this stock market game. You hear me? So from grown woman to grown woman, I have something that I am cooking up for you for this coming spring, and it's called Spring in Stocks. Say it with me, Spring into Stocks, because I don't want you to be left behind at all when it comes to this investment gap. So we are going to tackle one topic every night. It's going to start April 7th through the 12th, April 7th through the 12th, and you will meet with me live in the evenings for about 30 minutes, because I know you got to get in and get out. You're going to hit it and quit it every day for about 30 to 45 minutes, and we're going to go over a new topic using the acronym SPRING. So S is for stock basics. I'm going to just ease you right on into the stock game, show you what you need to do to get started. Now, P is for passive income. Now, we're going to show you how the stocks can help you make money when you're sleeping. Okay? Because you can't be everywhere at one time. So you got to put your money to work, and we're going to show you ways in which the stocks will give you passive income so that they do all the work instead of you. The R is going to be for REIT. A lot of people don't know that you can actually invest in real estate by way of stocks. So I'm going to break down to you for you how you can actually get into the real estate game or expand your current real estate portfolio by diversifying it into REITs, real estate investment trust. A lot of people don't know about this, but you can in fact do that. You don't have to have good credit. You don't have to have a down payment. It's actual digital real estate, if you will, which is way less expensive to get into than actual physical real estate. And then we're going to tackle the I in Spring, and I is for index funds. Maybe you don't want to take the time to figure out how to pick these stocks out, but the name of the game can be where you actually let the index make the money for you. So we're going to break down index funds, give you some of the top index funds that perform really well. Right, so this is another way that you can invest and forget. Now the N is going to be for those new hot stocks. I know you've been looking at the news and you've been seeing the S&P 500 hit these all-time highs. You hear about NVIDIA, you hear about Apple, you hear about all of these companies, but do you know which ones are the hot stocks, the new hot stocks to get into? I'm gonna break those down for you when we cover new hot stocks with that in spring. And the last thing we're gonna tackle is graphs. So it's gonna be our graphs. So we're gonna show you how to actually read charts where it's not gonna be intimidating at all. So again, spring into stocks, we're starting real soon, April 7th through the 12th, because we want your money working for you while you on vacay this summer. So we're going to help you get your portfolio all set up. I might be bringing along some guest speakers with me. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be free. Say that with me, free. Because you know why? I don't want to gatekeep. This is not a time to gatekeep any information. I want to make sure that you are getting in and you're learning how to do this. And once you kind of get up and running and you want to take it to the next level, then that's where you can actually put your money into something that's going to help you learn and grow at that point. But I'm not gatekeeping. I want to make sure that you are going to, in fact, spring into stocks. Now, one thing that I do with my ladies is that I walk them through three phases of wealth building. And I talk about that in my book as well. My book is on Amazon.com. It's in Barnes & Noble. It's even on Target.com. So you can grab the book wherever books are sold. But there are three things that I want to leave you with before we take off. And that is the 3 stages of wealth building. The first stage is survival, right? A lot of times we are stuck in survival mode because, honey, have you ever had to make $1 out of 15 cents? Well, you actually investing, your money is actually doing that work for you. So we want to actually show you how to move from survival mode to stability, right? Where you can sleep at night. You're not up worrying about how you're going to pay this bill and take care of that. But when you're investing, your money is working for you. You don't have to do all that ripping and running yourself ragged. Your money is working for you. So that stability piece is really big, making sure your foundation, your financial foundation is really solid. And then we move on to the next and the final phase of wealth building, which is that surplus stage. And when you have surplus, that's when you're really looking for those investments. But you have to understand how to actually evaluate good investments, even when you have money, because you don't want to make a bad decision when it comes to investing. But surplus opens up a whole lot of different doors when it comes to investing, such as angel investing, such as real estate investing. You get opportunity to actually invest in better deals that are going to help you accelerate your money that much faster. So that's what I have for you. I'm so excited to have had this time with you from woman to woman. We're doing Spring into Stocks. Make sure you join our free community at Stocks and Stilettos on Facebook, or you can follow us on Instagram at Stocks and Stilettos, where you'll get all of our recent updates and how you can learn how to join Spring into Stocks. You can also join our free community because we are always lit up in there talking about money. It's a whole different vibe. I love to say that the Stocks and Stilettos is really a sisterhood centered around money, because we're about each one, teach one, and we don't want to leave not one sister behind. So you got to get into the group. You're going to learn a lot. We're going to teach you a lot, and we're going to help you grow your money as much as we can. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today. Fearless Finances. Grab it wherever books are sold.
Thank you, Cassandra. A fabulous finale. As always, we appreciate you joining us for Women's Biz Week. Y'all make sure you follow my girl on Instagram at Stocks and Stilettos for all of her updates. Don't forget. Y'all, what a fabulous way to end Women's Biz Week. This has been a phenomenal experience, and it is always an honor to celebrate, shop with, and support some phenomenal CEOs. Thank you so much for joining us. Please make sure you subscribe to the Grown Woman TV YouTube channel. download the Grown Woman TV Roku app and log on to Grown Woman TV to learn more about our network. I love you, and I'll catch you next time.